Hello students, welcome to Standard 8th English class. Students, today I shall be explaining Unit 1, Lesson number 1.2, Dick Whittington and his cat. This story is about a poor boy who was homeless and had no one to look after at him, and how he turns out to be the mayor of London. And this is very interesting and inspiring story. So let's first start with warming up exercise. First question in warming up exercise is, discuss the following in groups and write the answers. Now here there are 4 pictures of notable personalities. I am sure that you all know these famous personalities who reached great heights from humble circumstances. The first one is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Second one is Abraham Lincoln. Third personality is Charlie Chaplin. And the last but not the least is Kalpana Chawla. Students, all these 4 great personalities are motivating personalities. Right? Now next sub question is, guess the type of hardships they must have faced in their childhood and youth. So as we all know, there is no shortcuts for success. We have to experience or face many problems, but we should not give up and we should overcome all these difficulties. So these 4 personalities also face hardships in their childhood and youth. That is, they must have faced poverty, lack of opportunities, lack of support and social disapproval. Okay, now let's move towards next question. Now first one in that is, what strong qualities possessed by them could have helped them to achieve success and fame all over. So for achieving success we need to have these qualities. First one is strong willpower, second one is optimism, that is a positive thinking, a hope and a confidence in ourselves, and third one will be sincerity, and the fourth quality should be hard work. Now next question, how do stories, biographies of such famous people help youngsters? It is really good to read moral stories, biographies, because they motivate us, gives us positive thinking and confidence that we have all the capabilities to achieve success. Now how it helps youngsters? So they help them to find answers to questions, they help youngsters to look at life positively, they inspire the youth generation, and they prove that we can do many seemingly impossible things if we really wish to. Okay, where there is a will, there is a way. Okay students, now switch to question number 2, that is syllables. Now what do you mean by syllable? A syllable is a unit of pronunciation that has one vowel sound and may or may not have consonant sounds before or after it. Now let's see some examples of words having one syllable. Now here we can see an example is a, I, see, at, on, men, with, thread. Now all these words are considered in one syllable, as it is giving just one vowel, just it is giving sound. Now next one is 2 syllable. So 2 syllable is, first example is mother, second one is seated, third one will be giraffe, next one parrot, next active, and the last word is happy. So here we can see these are having 2 syllables. We can split the words in 2 parts. Okay. Now 3 syllable. So here the first word is happiness. So we have splitted the word in 3 parts, that is happiness. Next one, wonderful. full. Next, animal. Next word is surprising. Next, adventure. And the last word is ignorance. So here we have splitted the words in 3 parts. Okay. Now more than 3 syllables. Now here the first one is consequently. Now we can split this word into 4 parts. Now see how. Consequently. Okay, now we have splitted this word in 4 parts. Next word is encouragement. Again this word can be splitted in 4 parts. Encouragement. Okay. Now the next word is responsibility. Now this word can be splitted in 6 parts. That is responsibility. I repeat, responsibility. So this word is splitted in 6 parts. Okay. Now next word, again we can split this word in 4 parts. Identifying. Okay. And the last word is encyclopedia. Now this word can be splitted in 5 parts. That is encyclopedia. Okay. So these all are syllables. Okay. So now students, let's switch to the lesson. It's a very interesting lesson. Lesson number 1.2, Dick Whittington and his cat. There was once a poor boy called Dick Whittington who lived in a small village in the south of England. He had no proper home, for both his parents had died and he was unkindly treated by many of the villagers. One day, Dick overheard someone say that the streets of London were paved with gold, and he decided that he would go there at once and pick his fortune up in gold pieces from the streets, for he thought people might treat him more kindly if he were rich. So the story is about Dick Whittington, who was very poor boy. Okay, and his parents were died. There was no one to look after at him. So he lived in a little village in the South England, and people of his village were treating him very unkindly. So one day he heard someone saying that the streets of London were paved with gold. Dick was determined that he would go there and pick up enough gold from the streets of London to make his fortune. Okay, now let's switch to paragraph 2 and 3. So young Dick set out to walk to London. He had not gone far when a man in cart stopped and asked him if he was running away from home. I have no home, Dick answered. I am on my way to London to find my fortune. I am going to London myself, said the carter. Jump up here beside me and we will journey together. They arrived in London just before nightfall, and the carter left Dick and made his way to an inn. Poor Dick stood alone and looked around him in dismay. Dismay means great disappointment. Where was all that fine gold? All he could see were dirty streets and lots of unfriendly people. He had nowhere to sleep, and in the end he spent the night in the corner of an alley. Alley means a narrow passage between or behind buildings, where he hoped he would come to no harm. So one day Dick set out to walk to London with a man in a cart. When he arrived London, however, Dick was very disappointed to discover that the streets were not paved with gold, but with dirt. What a disappointment! How was he going to make his fortune? How was he even going to buy food? All he could see were lots of unfriendly people. That night he spent in the corner of an alley. Okay. So the next morning Dick woke up cold, miserable and very hungry. He wandered around begging for food, but again and again people shouted at him, "Go away, you lazy fellow, be off with you," and aimed angry blows at his head. At last he collapsed in the street and lay there, too weak to look further for food. By chance, Dick had fallen in front of the house belonging to a rich merchant called Mr. Fitzwarren. The cook was trying to drive Dick away when Mr. Fitzwarren returned home from inspecting his ships. He stopped and said to Dick, "Why don't you work if you need food?" "I would work," said Dick, "but I know nobody who will give me anything to do." So next morning, Dick woke up, miserable, and was very hungry. He begged for food, but unfortunately again, unkind treatment he got from the unknown people. He collapsed in the street on the doorstep of a rich merchant's house. Out of the house came a cook and shouted at him, "Go away!" At that moment, the merchant arrived back from his work at his house, and being a kindly man, took pity on a poor Dick and asked him, "If you want a food, why don't you work?" And Dick replied, "Who will give me work, as everyone is unknown to me?" Okay students, so this was the page number 6 explanation. Now in the next video we will continue with the remaining part.